took away from it. They took all of our riches, all of our gold and our silver. They took our land. You know, they took our inheritance. That land is our inheritance. It belongs to us. It doesn't belong to any of the heathens that's over there. And the scripture says that they took our land and they parted it. You know, you got the Arabs that are over there right now. You got those Palestinians. You got Africans that are over there. You got Ethiopians that are over there. You got those people that were brought from Babylon by Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, that are still over there. You know, you got the Amalekite, man. This filthy rat over there defiling our land. It says, he shall suck the poison of asp, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the river, the flood, the brooks of the honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. And so the scripture says, according to his substance shall his restitution be. Doesn't the scripture say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked? You know, so they're ruling over this whole world right now. Therefore, they're going to have to cough it up, man. They're going to have to give back all of these things that they have within this world. Well, it's going to be taken away from them because they're not going to willingly give it up. Esau isn't going to take the crown off his head and just hand it to Yahushua. Right. And none of these other nations are going to do that. That's the reason why the scriptures talk about them fighting against the Lord when he comes. Yeah. So what's going to happen is they're going to have to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
But one of the things that scripture says is that the saints shall take the kingdom.
Yeah, the scripture says, hey, that which he swallowed down shall he vomit up. You don't willingly make yourself vomit, man. You know, you don't want to vomit. That's just a natural reaction that your body has. You know, from all of the bullshit that you put in it. So all of the bullshit that Esau put into his system, and he's gonna vomit up, man.
Oh, you got something real quick?
Yeah, Ezekiel 39, verse 10. So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, for they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoiled them, and rob those that robbed them.
We have been, the nation of Israel has been robbed tremendously. Look. In one way, in one sense, Uncle Sam fucked us up, man. All the heathen nations have fucked over the nation of Israel. So, and likewise, and in retribution, we shall do the same unto you. We're going to take your lands. We're going to take your women. We're going to take your kids. We're going to take your sons.
Right.
And we're going to put all of y'all into captivity. We're going to rule the rod of iron, and we're going to make sure that you guys understand the fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
That's right.
I got it.
You got it.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 8 and 9. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Well, it sounds like the Most High is telling us Israelites that if we ask for the heathen, we shall be given the heathens.
Okay, come on. 2. Get 2 and 5. No, he told me 5.
Oh, okay,
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
Right.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
No, this is talking about Yahushua. No. So if it says if it said unto Yahushua that he shall be given the heathen for possession, and he shall break them with the rod and iron, well where did this thing come up where all nations can be saved, man? Or that anybody can come and believe upon the Lord and be saved? The scripture says that ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen. It didn't separate and say I shall give you some heathen. It didn't say I will give you a few heathen. It said the heathen. That encompassed the whole body of all of the heathens. All of the nations that are outside of Israel. They're considered heathens, man.
Right.
The Lord is going to receive them as an inheritance, and he's going to break them with the rod and iron. Now to those men that are faithful, that follow him, that believe him, that follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth, they're going to receive the same blessing.
Right.
They're going to receive the same inheritance.
Right.
This is Revelations chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which ye already have, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Right. This is Yahushua saying that if us Israelites men that are holding faithful to this, holding fast to this faith, holding fast to this sound doctrine, the understanding, the true understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and we endure to the end, to the time when the Messiah comes back, you know, we shall be given the same thing that the Most High have passed on to our Lord.
We got a precept. This is Romans 8 and 17. It says, if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, and that we may be also glorified together. You know? You got it.
Because we're the Most High sons, man. Lord willing, we're those men. We are the fallen angels. We are the ones that shall receive the same glory that our Lord Yahweh Mashiach have received when he was brought into the heavens. You know, the Most High will not forsake us. He will deliver the promises that he have given to our forefathers, and we shall be glorified and be made into those creatures that shall rule over this world.
Revelations chapter 2 and verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So we're going to be busting you either nations across our head. We're going to be chopping y'all up. Man, we're going to be doing y'all bad, man.
Scripture. Right. And hey, that's the spirit, because these heathens are like unto spittle. Y'all ain't shit.
That's right.
Most High don't perceive you as shit at all. But what I was about to say was that man, that's like it's not good.
Oh no, you good. Break it out.
Hey,
I forgot what I was about to say.
Hey, that show, Black Mirror shows that Esau knows he's gonna go into slavery too, because there was an episode we watched it last night of an Edomite who they basically trapped his so-called conscience in a it was bugged out, but they trapped his conscience for 1,000 years. It was a minute every minute it was 1,000 years. And being Malak did the math on it, it equaled you got it.
1,440,000.
Yeah, so it's basically
so 1.4, 144.
Yeah, 144, the elect. So the so-called white man knows he's gonna go into slavery. It wasn't for no reason that they said 1,000 years. And that was torture. And the so-called white man knows it's going down, man. And he thinks he can stop the prophecy, but in the back of his head, he knows that Satan is lying to him. He knows that the spirits on the left-hand side is lying to him. And he knows that his kingdom is falling. If you're an American who still walks around like a goddamn idiot, you're a fool, because the rest of the world knows that America's through. That's why you got Donald Trump starting trade wars. The government shutdown, because the so-called white man power system is going down, man, and the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to be raised up.
I got a few precepts that came to mind as I was speaking. One of them that I want to get, I had it. I'll grab it. It's just these damn clubs getting ripped. Alright. If anybody got a precept, go ahead and grab it.
I got to show you. This is Baruch chapter 6, verse.
This is basically dealing with these heathens, you know, because when the Lord brings again the captivity of the nation of Israel, you know, He's gonna basically make us look great in their eyes, while they're receiving destruction, because it's gonna be pretty much similar to how we came out of Egypt. When Egypt was being hit with the plagues, and the scriptures tell you that for an example, just one plague in particular, when darkness fell upon Egypt, all right, in the land where the Israelites was, it was still light there. When plagues hit Egypt, in the land where the Israelites were, those plagues didn't touch them, man. So when the Lord turns again our captivity during this time in America is being destroyed, the Israelites aren't going to be touched, man. You're going to see judgment. Well, there's going to be Israelites being touched, but they're going to be wicked Israelites. But the righteous of the nation of Israel ain't going to be touched.
Them Jews ain't nothing.
But the scriptures are basically, you're going to see a lot of heathen being judged, but when salvation is coming to the elect of the nation of Israel, they're gonna say, well, damn, we thought that we were the ones, man. We thought that salvation could truly be given unto us. So this is Jeremiah 33, and beginning at 6, it says, behold, I will bring a help and cure, and I will cure them, and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as at the first. And I will cleanse them for all their iniquity whereby they have sinned against me. And I will pardon their iniquities whereby they have sinned and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me a name of joy and a praise and an honor before all nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them, and they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. You know, so the Lord's gonna bless us, man. And He's gonna do good to us in the sight of all of these other nations who thought that the Most High was dealing with them. You know, one of the things that happened that caused them to believe that the Most High is dealing with them is the fact that they were able to do the things that they did to the nation of Israel, that they were able to take their land. They truly believed that the Most High did away with the nation of Israel. But the Most High didn't do away with the nation of Israel. And it tells you that He didn't do away with them in the same verse. When you jump down to verse 24, it says, considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which Yahweh have chosen, He hath even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. Thus saith Yahweh, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinance of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. You know, so these nations, because they were able to put the northern and southern kingdom in slavery in America, Esau believes that the nation of Israel is done away with. You know.
This is Ezekiel.
The Most High he ain't did away with His people. And it's written in prophecy that they were going to sin and go off and be scattered into the four corners of the world. This is just the Most High's word playing out, you know. But the Most High is going to turn the captivity of the nation of Israel, and it began with this word being preached throughout the four corners of the world. Now you got Israelites waking up and repenting and coming back into this faith by way of believing upon Yahweh Shai, our Messiah, man. And the Most High is raising them back up from that dead state that they were in. And guess what? A fear is coming upon all of these nations because they thought that the Most High did away with the two tribes. I mean, the two nations of Israel. You know? But the Most High didn't do away with them. The Most High said that this will happen, and He said that what He would do, and what He would do was to raise them back up.
Now, this is Ezekiel chapter 39, and I'll start at verse 21.
Anybody got an umbrella?
And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Israel should know that I am the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai their power.
That the house of Israel shall know that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai is their power, their God. Go ahead. Not the heathens.
From that day and forward, and the heathen shall know that the nation of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity because they trespassed against me.
Right.
Therefore, hid I
got a hand warmer.
my face from them